But enough about the summer theater in dear old Clifton. I hear you are going to do a new play on Broadway.
Yes, Fred, it's called The Eagle Has Two Heads.
Tallulah, as a friend, take my advice. Stay away from eagles. I had an eagle on this program.
What happened, Fred?
Wouldn't you like to know? Tallulah, why do you bother with the theater? Rehearsals, one-night stands, eagles, the critics. Have you ever thought about radio?
Oh, what can I do in radio, Fred? A judge does everything.
But the industry can use new talent.
Radio's all right for you, Fred, but I have friends I have to face after each program.
Oh, you and I could go on the air together.
You mean we'd be another Lum and Abner?
Well, not right away. We'd have to work up to it. But the new trend in radio is the husband and wife program, Tallulah. The husband and wife just sit at the breakfast table and chew the fat for half an hour.
These couples broadcast from their own homes.
Yes, just jump out of bed around 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning? That's for roosters. In the theater, actors sleep until noon. Why, Fred, I was 24 years old before I knew what Wheaties were.
Tallulah, all we'd have to do is eat 18 sponsors' products and talk about them for half an hour, and the money would roll in.
Money? I think I'm weak.
Why, we'd be a cinch, Tallulah. Imagine our program. First, the listeners would hear the chime.
The correct time is 6 a.m. And now, Tallulah and Freddie, that happy, homey couple. We take you to their homey little apartment where they broadcast their homey little program direct from their homey little breakfast table. Meet Tallulah and Freddie.
Good morning, Freddie, darling.
Good morning, Tallulah, Angel.
Sweetheart, I must say you look refreshingly well rested this morning.
Yes, thanks to our wonderful Castanex factory-tested Pussy Willow mattress. The mattress that takes all of the guesswork out of sleeping. So soft, so restful.
And just 1750th hamburger.
Yes, marked up the other day.
Yes.
And only in the mattress, only the hearts of the tender Pussy Willows are used. Is breakfast ready, Angel Faye?
Yes, sweetheart. Here's your coffee.
Oh, thank you, doll. What coffee. What aromatic fragrance. It must be...
You're right, love.
I knew it.
It's Matisha's Vita Fresh Coffee. The coffee with that locked-up goodness for everybody, grind or drip.
Quick, darling, I'll have another cup.
Oh, you spilled some on your bed.
Oh, goody. Now I can try some of that little panther spot remover. No harsh rubbing. Just spray some little panther on your vest and watch it eat the spot out.
And imagine, darling, a big 2-ounce bottle for only 35 cents.
Or, if you are a congenital messy eater, you can get the handy, economical 40-gallon vat.
Angel Eyes, darling, I have so much juicy gossip to tell our listeners this morning.
Stop. Don't you dare move, Tallulah.
But, darling.
What have you done to your hair? Your hair this morning is breathtaking. That sheen, that brilliance.
Well, I just did what so many society women are doing these days.
Yeah?
I went to Madame Yvonne's Hairdo Heaven.
Yeah?
It's on Madison Avenue. You go to the back of the orange juice can, rap 3 times, and just ask for Antoine.
Antoine. Well, I must say it's divine. It's bunny fluff.
Well, Madame Yvonne uses a sensational hairdressing.
Yeah?
It contains that new mystery ingredient, chicken fat.
I hear it's on sale at all of the better swap shops. But go on, darling. Our canary. Little Yasha.
Doesn't the Yasha sound glorious this morning?
Yes, and I bet I know just what he's saying, too, Tallulah. He's saying, gee willikers, Mummy and Daddy. Thanks for feeding me that swell Dr. Gruber's 3-way bird seed. It comes in 15 and 25-cent packages, tailored to fit the beach.
Ah, the little Yoshi so happy, so carefree, and why shouldn't he be happy?
Yes, he knows that the newspaper on the bottom of his cage is New York's leading daily. The Morning Record. The Morning Record has 32 columnists, 18 pages of comics, and all the news no other newspaper sees fit to print.
Oh, excuse me, Apple Honey, but I have a letter here from Mrs. T.X. Button of Mole Hole, Idaho.
Yeah?
And Mrs. Button has had a splitting headache for 40 years. Until she heard about Pepto-Bepto on our program.
Yes, only Pepto-Bepto is guaranteed to fizz twice. Once before you drink it, and once after.
And here's another very interesting letter from a kleptomaniac.
Oh, yeah?
Right? Good morning, Mumsy and Daddy.
Oh, it's our little 3-year-old daughter, Amber.
Isn't she cute?
Oh.
Amber, darling, I just love the way your tooth is shining this morning. Yes, Mummy. I brushed it with Dr. Pratt's homogenized toothpaste.
And what does Dr. Pratt's toothpaste do, baby?
It gets into your mouth,
Yeah.
rolls up its sleeve, and really does a job on your dirty old teeth.
Isn't she cute?
So sweet. Now, you run along the stool, baby.
Yeah.
Daddy and Mumsy have, so many things to tell our listeners.
Especially about the celebrities we saw at the Stork Club last night.
Wasn't you wonderful,
Oh,
Freddie?
God.
Wally Winters, Todd Power, Nick Kenny, Edgar J. Hoover, the Mistress Sheriff,
Yeah.
all waving to us. Now, what are you laughing at, love?
I just thought how witty Oscar Levant was last night when he poured that bottle of Piccalilli over Jim Fowley's head.
Dear Oscar, so clever.
With Piccalilli especially.
And wasn't Mr. Fowley a good sport? He just sat there grinning and smacking his lips.
Yes, and you too will smack your lips if you taste Pincus's pre-shrunk Piccalilli. The only Piccalilli that bears the Hobo News seal of approval.
Well, that's little Yasha telling us our time is up.
We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6, folks. Until then, this is Freddie.
And Lou.
Saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now, wasn't that simple, Tallulah? With a program like this, we can make a fortune.
But it's ridiculous, Fred. Nobody can possibly be that cheerful every morning.
Well, that's true. If one of those happy couples woke up grouchy one morning, the listener would probably hear something like this.
Oh. Hey, knucklehead. Get out of that bed. We've got a program to do.
Will you quit yapping? 6 o'clock in the morning. Who's up to listen to it? A couple of garbage collectors and some burglars, maybe. What a racket.
Well, if you want to go back to hustling gardenias in front of cars, go right ahead.
Yeah, and what were you? Queen of the powder room at the brass rail. My mouth tastes like a sandhog just pulled his foot out of it. Scared, I'm sleepy.
So why don't you stay home some night and try sleeping?
Sleeping on that Pasternak Pussy Willow mattress? Pussy Willow. It's stuffed with cat hair. Every time I lie down on that cat hair, my back arches.
Oh, stop sleeping. Here's your coffee.
Well, it's about time. What are you trying to do? Poison me?
It's that Batistas Vita Fresh coffee. It won't kill you.
It won't, eh? Why do you think the government makes them put that skull and crossbones on the can? Look at that. I spilled some on my vest.
Oh, you're such a slob. Now
Yeah.
get that bottle of little panther spot remover.
You're not putting any of that atom juice on me. The last time it ate away my suit and I still had the spot left. Where do you find these sponsors? In the police lineup?
Look, Gruesome, if you'll keep that big bazoo of yours closed for 1 minute.
Your hair. It looks as though you just took your head out of a mixmaster.
I know that hag, Madame Yvonne, with her chicken fat. My hair keeps sliding off my head.
Yeah, that bird again. Shut up, you molting pest. I thought I told you to give that drunken sparrow some of Dr. Gruber's bird seed.
I did. Now, Yash is the only canary in the country with an ulcer.
The way that Gruber palms off that chopped up beaver board on bird lovers.
What's the mail today, Chowderhead?
A summons. Somebody took that Pepto-Bepto and dropped dead. Why don't you?
Look here, Pamphlet.
Oh, shut up. And Yasha, you shut up, too.
Good morning, Mommy, Daddy.
That'll teach you. That'll teach you sneaking up on your parents with that one tooth like an old elf, little Amber.
Well, I told you we should have finished reading the book before we named her. I want my breakfast.
Go gumma donut.
Pipe down, Tom. I want to mention the celebrities we saw last night at dinner.
What celebrities? We ate in the automat and you know it. I'm going back to bed.
The program isn't over, you dope. We still have 160 more products to mention.
Yeah, well, you mentioned them. I've had enough of this 6 o'clock racket with you and that kid and Canary yapping around here. I've got a gun.
You rat, you killed Yasha.
Yes, and you're next.
Daddy, you killed Mommy.
Yes, Amber.
Am I going, Daddy?
Yes, forever, Amber. Tune in tomorrow, folks, for something new in radio programs. One man's family without the family. Before we put the shepherd's cheese and the tenderly tea back on the shelf, I want to thank Miss Tallulah Bankhead for a pleasant visit this evening. Next week, our guest will be poor Miriam's
This is
boyfriend.
NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.